Hi, I'm Dr. Ken Snyder, and this is Dr. Betzy Leyva, and welcome to Betzy's Journal as we chronicle Betzy's life from a young girl coming across the border at age 1 to where she's actually a full-fledged dentist today here at St. Vincent de Paul. And today I'm going to actually digress a little bit from following Betzy's chronological order. And I want to talk to her a little bit about, because as I just mentioned, you've come full circle. You came up out of high school as a dental assistant. Yep. We're here 11 years. Mm-hmm. Took all your courses to get into dental school in the evening, which is like unbelievable.
Very tiring.
Yeah, everything. And studied for the dental aptitude test, passed that, got into Midwestern University, spent 4 years there. And when you left, out of 140 students, the faculty awarded you the Golden Hands Award.
Yes.
Wow. And I mean, that is like amazing. That's like you should get like an Olympic medal or something. I mean, that's competition, and you came out on top. So that's amazing. But what I want to do is today I want to talk a little bit about, because now you did our residency program last year, but now you're actually here as a dentist 2 days a week, and in private practice 3 days a week. So at any time when you were, being a dental assistant, or even when you were kind of shadowing before we even, trained you as an assistant and then hired you, you were that good. Was there any time that the thought crossed your mind that someday you would be a dentist right back here at St. Vincent de Paul?
Well, that is a really good question, because at that time when coming out of high school, I had I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but it just seemed, being a dentist or even like getting into dental school just seemed so far. And I don't know, I feel like just coming from like the background, some not a lot of money, Hispanic, I didn't really have somebody to look up to, so it just looked like, oh my goodness, like that's like so far away, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it. So no, I didn't. So no, I didn't like see myself.
It's an honest answer.
Yes.
Well, I can't tell you how much I admire you, because I do know, I didn't walk a mile in your moccasins, as they say, but I watched you take that journey, and the fortitude that it takes, and the persistence, and the never give up. And there were so many speed bumps, so many times you could have said, hey, that's enough. But no. And today, here you are,
here
a doctor. So when did the thought first enter your mind, even if it was just a playful type thing, or imagine if that you would come back here to St. Vincent de Paul? Was it something that you wanted to do, or did you have other plans that as far as private practice or whatever you wanted to do?
No, I after spending all the years here at St. Vincent's as a dental assistant, I knew that it was something that I wanted to do, just because it's just rewarding, the feeling that you get after helping somebody, that comes in either with a pain, with pain, or even like I don't know, like something chipped, and then they are so grateful. So yeah, like I said, it's something that I slowly, like after I was seeing all those patients, and I was like, this is what I would want to do.
Yeah, and I was in private practice for quite a while, and I loved it. We had such great patients. I had such a great staff all those years, and you get invited to weddings, you get invited to birthday parties, different things, and that, and it was so joyous. But then, having been here as a dentist for 23 years, there's something about helping people who have nowhere else to go. And Dr. Earl Baker, who was one of the founders of the overall clinic, he did actually the first ever open heart surgery in Arizona. He was a real pioneer, head of the Maricopa County Medical Association for many years. And when it came time to retire, he didn't. He started this clinic. Wow. And he used to call it the clinic of last resort. And I always remembered that, and he said, if we tell them no, it's no. We're
Yeah.
like their last hope. And there's something about being that. There's a lot of pressure with it, but there's also a lot of joy that you're in a position where you can truly help someone that's in need. And,
Yeah.
and I know you feel that as well.
Yeah.
And you came from a background
Yeah.
where you needed help, and
Yeah.
I did as well. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I think maybe
Yeah, so I think like as an assistant, I remember the first couple of weeks, I saw it as like, well, that could be my aunt, that could be my mom, or one of my sisters. I could relate really well with the patients that we were seeing,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
that we still see right now. So
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, when I was growing up, we couldn't afford dentistry. It's
Yeah.
kind of weird that I ended up becoming a dentist because I think I'd been to the dentist one time before I applied to dental school.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a fun time. That's all I'll say. But anyway, yeah, it is very gratifying to be able to help people. Well, at what point in your career, say when you were in dental school then, especially you were getting towards graduation, had you thought, wow, I wonder if they can use me at St. Vincent de Paul? Or
Oh yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, not even like just in as I was in dental school, but as I saw myself like taking the DAT, like the dental aptitude test to get into dental school, I was like, oh, maybe I keep going with this, and I loved it, but I was like, hopefully they can get me here. I can work here. That'll be great. Yeah. So I mean, even ever since then too, I had that in mind.
yeah. Now, when you're one of the crew, it's often hard then to come back as the captain.
It is.
When you're in the trenches, now you come back and you're the boss. Has that been challenging at all, or how does that work out for you?
No, and I don't think it's been challenging here. The assistants that I work with, they've been working here for as long as I have, or even like
Yeah.
Betty, she has been here I tell her like she was born here. So I mean, they know that when it's work, they call me Dr. Leyva in front of patients. They, pretty much, like the boss, whatever. But, and then after that, then we're like how we used to joke around and things like that. But yeah.
Well, I know for a fact how proud they are of you, and you're an inspiration because you were the first, okay, and you've kind of
true.
showed them that hey,
Yeah.
if I can do it, they can do it. And we already have two that are in hygiene
Yeah.
school now, and we have two more that are winding down their courses, just one or two courses left, take the DAT, and they're going to be applying to dental school. And they came from the same background
Yep.
as yourself. So like I said, I think you've been a huge inspiration to them. So what is, as opposed to private practice, what's the bright spot about being here at a charity clinic?
Well, like I said, it's helping those that really need the help. I enjoy private practice. I've learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There's been some times where I've seen patients over there that and I can tell the ones that really need the help. Obviously, I'm my boss over there. I'm not gonna say, hey, go over there. But I mean, there's been some times that I'm like, I really want to say like, oh, we have St. Vincent de Paul. You can go over there. But it's mainly like helping the people, helping those that really cannot afford. And I mean, if you the dentistry out there and private office, that's a lot. It's a lot, and that's pretty much that. And then also having how our staff is, we're all really close and we're like a family. So that's another thing
true.
too. So and then we all go for the same goal, pretty much helping those that really need the help, and then making them feel also like they're, kind of like in a private office, and they're not just here. It's not just a clinic. It's pretty much their family too.
I think
And
we've
it's
all
like
over the years done a great job
Yeah.
of running it like a private practice.
Oh, yeah.
And there is on a daily basis, patients get emotional when we
Oh,
tell them we
yes.
can help them. We get emotional.
Yes.
And, and there's so many things we take for granted. Like I said, I know the background you came from and I came from. And, once in a while, say maybe a patient will be late for an appointment or miss an appointment. and we don't really tolerate that. You know, we want them to show up for their appointments. But I've had patients, for example, if you or I get a flat tire, we call AAA or something, and they come out, or, you know, the next day we have a new tire, away we go. For many of these families, they get a flat tire. It could be 3 months before they can save up enough money to even get a used tire to put on their car. So now they have to do public transportation, and you know, so it's a whole different ball game. And I think it's so helpful to have tasted that.
Yes.
Then you know exactly what it's like. Can you think of, and you don't necessarily have to name names, you can give first names, of some patients. So you've been here almost a year, you know, working a couple days a week. And of course you were here as a resident and so forth, but are there any patients that stick in your mind? Like when I was here working on the children, every night when I put my head on that pillow, there'd be like 3 or 4 or 5 faces that I would see, and I would just say, wow, I hope someone's giving them a meal. And again, I'm not disparaging the parents. You know, they were doing the best they could do, but I hope someone gave them a hug tonight, or someone's helping them with their homework, or and even with the adult patients. You know, there's a lot of lonely people out there. You know? So are there 1 or 2 patients or so that stick out in your mind?
Yeah. So there's this patient, young patient, junior. So he came to us because he's been with the front teeth. One was cracked, I think, fractured like almost halfway. No, actually, sorry, it was the whole, pretty much, it was kind of like hanging in there.
I think an airbag went off on him.
Yeah. He had an accident, a car accident, and then so he's been with that teeth. That tooth pretty much mobile, and then the other front tooth too was both of them were mobile, but one was actually broken. And
actually,
then the other
I think
teeth,
2 of them were broken.
Both okay.
Yeah, and I'll see if we can post the X-ray.
It's been a
while.
while.
Yeah, it's hard to describe these things. Yeah,
but pretty much like all like the front teeth were damaged. So he's been like that for a year. So he was just watching what he ate, watching what he was drinking, because any little thing, like, it would cause him pain. So I mean, imagine living like that for a year and like having to, make sure you don't bite it wrong or something. But anyways, he came in, we, took x-rays and all that. And then we gave him a treatment plan, and he was happy about it, and then came back again. We prepped every tooth that needed to be prepped, and he left with a bridge replacing. We had to remove a tooth in there, and then so we replaced one of the ones that were really badly broken. But the best thing was that after everything was done, he was very happy. He was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much!" Like, wow, he actually said, "You gave me my smile back." Yeah.
And I talked with Junior. He actually works 2 jobs. I think he's 24 years old.
Yeah, he's young.
Nice kid, and that. And had it not been for this clinic, I don't know if he'd ever get them.
Yeah, because he had gone to other places, and he's like, "No, I couldn't afford it." Yeah. And then there was this other patient too. He's a pedo patient, little kid. He is like 5, I want to say, and he had his front teeth like in between. He had decay, so I mean, when he would smile, you can see the decay in there. So we did little strip crowns in there. Took all the cavities out, put the little strip crowns and tooth color material. So then after I showed him, I wish I could have recorded his expression, because he was like, he went like that. He was like, he was so surprised. Yeah, and then it kind of made me want to cry. But yeah, he was so happy.
And I know
even 5 years old, I mean.
Yeah, when I was in the clinic, I worked a lot on the children because nobody else wanted to, as far as the volunteer dentist or that. But you're excellent at it as well. And a lot of times the kids would come in and they don't want to smile, or they don't want to talk, and they don't want to raise their hand in class. And you can imagine the class picture and so forth. So it's just amazing. Well, I can't tell you what a joy it is to have you back here with us. And I can't believe the 4 years went by as quickly as they did. And already you were here for the residency program, and now you're here as a colleague, which most welcome colleague. So I think we'll stop here, and then we'll pick up on your travels again. But yeah, thank you so much for
No,
for
thank
sharing.
you.
Like
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you of what you've accomplished and what I mean. I see you at the bottom of the hill still. Your ceiling is so high. I'm just so excited for you.
Oh.
And again, I love the way you're an inspiration to all the rest of the staff here knows.
Yeah.
Hey, if Betzy could do it, I can do it. I don't mean it
Yeah.
that way. Just kidding. No, I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are a charity clinic here at St. Vincent de Paul. If you would like to help us with our mission of giving smiles back to people in need, getting them out of pain, restoring them to oral health, you can see on the website below. And St. Vincent de Paul in general, go on their donation page. You can see it below there again. And there's so many wonderful things that we do here. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be to give to dental. If you want to, please do and designate dental. But there's so many other things to choose from that help people. As we always say, it's not giving them a handout, we give them a hand up. And so until next time, be true to your teeth, and they won't be false to you. Bye-bye.